Citizenship as a weapon? GOP targets Mamdani. That's what's happening right now. House Republicans are urging the Justice Department to scrutinize New York City mayoral frontrunner Zohran Mamdani's naturalization and even consider denaturalization and deportation over alleged omissions on his citizen form. According to the New York Post, Representative Randy Fine from my state of Florida said, quote, if there is any fraud, we need to denaturalize and deport, calling Mamdani, quote, enemy within. Representative Andy Ogles labeled him an anti-Semitic, socialist, communist, and wrote DOJ in June seeking a probe. Now, Mamdani is a Ugandan-born democratic socialist who became a citizen in 2018. He denies being a communist, and you have to deny that if you want to become a citizen and emigrate. A lot of people don't know that. You can't have supported any kind of totalitarian philosophy and become a citizen. The Post reports DOJ has taken no public action. Now, context matters. U.S. politics has a long history of eligibility scuffles that did not trigger denaturalization drives. Ted Cruz faced natural-born citizen debate for being born in Canada. John McCain required a unanimous Senate resolution affirming his eligibility because he was born in Panama. George Romney was born in Mexico. Barry Goldwater was born in the Arizona Territory. Chester A. Arthur even faced rumors he'd been born in Canada. Standards should be consistent. So what's the real message here? Republicans are once again showing their ugly side, saying, we don't have to defeat Mamdani at the voting booth. Let's just toss him out of the country. Let's skew things. If we don't like you, we're just going to say you're a foreigner. Get out of here. Ted Cruz, John McCain, Melania, those kind of foreigners, they're all welcome to stay. Let's dig a little deep here. So I do well remember the controversy about Ted Cruz, because the first time I saw Ted Cruz speak, I believe it was the 2012 Republican convention, I was frankly blown away with how good a speaker he was. He walked around the stage. He didn't just stand behind the lectern and read a teleprompter. He was captivating. He was compelling. And at the time, I was doing live commentary. Probably it doesn't surprise you. And I was saying, wow, this guy is fantastic. He's going to definitely run for president and could be a very strong presidential contender. Comment after comment came in saying, TJ, you're so stupid. You're such a fool. You're such an idiot. He was born in Canada. He's not eligible to run for president. He's not a natural-born citizen. But Ted Cruz, being a Republican, not the first one to have figured this out, rules don't apply to him the way it does for other people. So, and I'm being a little bit glib there. Okay, there are plenty of constitutional scholars who believe that if both of your, well, in his case, one parent, a U.S. citizen, that makes you a U.S. citizen. In the same way that John McCain was born on a military base in Panama because his father was in the military. Now, there's still cause for debating whether or not Ted Cruz is a U.S. citizen. But no one on the Republican Party seems interested in reopening that. And I haven't seen Democrats forcing the issue. So if he does run again, it doesn't seem to be an issue. It only seems to be an issue for the other side for some reason. I'll let you deduce why that might be. It's particularly interesting considering all the flack that Barack Obama got for allegedly being born in Africa, even though he had a birth certificate that showed he was born in the United States. Even that didn't mollify a lot of his critics, who just formed almost a religious cultish belief in this idea that Obama was a Muslim from Africa, even though he was a Christian from the United States. So a lot of times facts just get in the way of these long-held, strongly held beliefs. But now we see sort of the ugliness of American politics coming out. Okay, Mamdani, if you were a regular, plain, vanilla Democrat, a Mario Cuomo, and you want to reduce taxes for the wealthy and reduce regulation, things we like, I mean, you could be from planet Mars, and we'd say, have at it, go at it, do whatever you want to do. You're on our side. You're a part of our team. Because he is advocating some positions that aren't popular to the current party in power in Washington, the response is not, well, let's have an honest debate, or let's run our own candidate. Let's support Curtis Sliwa, the Republican nominee. If he doesn't win, okay, let's rally around the person who does win. And then after 4 years, when his term is up, we can evaluate and run against him, or maybe support him if his policies made the city better. That's the way America typically was. It's not that way anymore. It's you've said something that I don't like. That means you're on the other team. And I'm just going to say the other team is evil, alien. In this case, they're saying literally alien. And therefore, we need to not vote him out at the next election, but kick him out using the full force of the federal government. And funny how they never seem to do that about Melania. Funny how they never seem to do that about George Romney or Ted Cruz. Is it a double standard in America? Well, Mamdani has not been deported yet. This may remain chatter in the fringes of the internet, but these days the fringes get injected into the mainstream very, very quickly. So let's see. I mean, I could certainly imagine where this Department of Justice, if they can't find facts that would warrant Mamdani being deported, I could certainly envision them just making it up, just saying, oh, he never got his citizenship. He's here illegally. We are deporting him right now, just making it up. I could easily, why would they do that? Why would someone who went to a law school do that? Because they get a tweet or a Truth Social post from Trump saying, deport Mamdani today. If not, you will be fired and your house will be surrounded by my henchmen screaming for your head. Okay, that's a good motivator. And that is, in fact, why Mamdani, even if he's elected in a landslide, might not be able to serve his full term.